Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ad America. Thank you very much, Sobat America. For those of you new here, Ad America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, the place to learn more about American culture. My name is Aldi Rashid, and I will be your e-guide for today's event, YSEALI Learns 2024 Community Organizing for Action. Sobat America, before we begin our wonderful event for today, we have a question of the day for our online audience. And the question is, when was the YSEALI program initially launched? Is it A, in 2012, B, 2013, C, 2014, or D, 2015? Those of you with the correct answer will receive a special shout out from us at the end of the event. And now, Sobat America, let us welcome our moderator for today. She is a YSEALI Academic Fellowship alumni. Please welcome Abigail Saveria.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the YSEALI Learns 2024 Community Organizing for Action first hybrid session. My name is Abigail Saveria. As mentioned earlier, I'm part of the YSEALI Academic Fellowship alumni, and I'm also a proud organizing committee of today's YSEALI Learns. So I would like to say welcome as well to our participants who join us through Zoom, as well as those members of the public who join us through the social media of At America. A bit about YSEALI Learns. This course started as a self-paced online course at the US ASEAN website. And then in 2022, we started to offer the live session of this online course with various range of courses started from business, civic engagement, to women empowerment. Ever since, we have more than 1,000 graduates across 11 countries in Southeast Asia. And today, after 11 online live sessions, we finally held our very first hybrid session where we invite some of the participants who are here with us today to join the live session from At America, Jakarta, Indonesia. So congrats for everyone who are part of today's exciting milestone of YSEALI Learns. And without further ado, I would like to soon invite our facilitator of today, Anak Agung Intentilia. Mia, in short, is the head of ASEAN and International Studies Center of Universitas Pendidikan Nasional from Bali, Indonesia. So she flew all the way to Jakarta to speak with all of you today. And like me, she is also YSEALI Academic Fellowship alumni. So Mia, please take on the floor. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Gabby. Hi, everyone. How are you doing this afternoon? Great. Thank you for being here. Who's been to At America before? Okay. Any first timer? Same. Okay, so this is our opportunity to interact together and have this wonderful discussion. So thank you so much, Gaby and her team, for inviting me as one of the facilitators for the YSEALI Learns. And those participants who are joining us online, welcome to all of you and general public who are watching this session. I hope this can share some insight, and also I would like to hear from your side. So this is not just one-way presentation, but rather I would like to invite all of you, especially the first-timers, to share your perspectives, to share your opinion about the topic that we are going to talk about today. Agree? Yes? Are you guys excited? Yes. All right. Let's start with my presentation on community organizing for action. Let me just put my phone real quick. All right. As introduced earlier, my name is Anak Agung Intentilia. You can see Anak Agung is my Balinese name. Mia is how people usually call me daily, and Intentilia is a name given by my parents. I'm a lecturer at one of the private universities in Denpasar in Bali called Universitas Pendidikan Nasional. I'm also a YSEALI alumna of Civic Engagement Program back in 2017. So it's nice to be engaged again, to be connected with YSEALI event and YSEALI networks, and I hope to be connected with all of you after this event, okay? Let's take a look on some of the key points that I would like to emphasize today. And I have some experience, and you can see on the slide my photo back in 2017 with my fellow YSEALI participants from Indonesia. We had a great time at that time, and we learned a lot about civic engagement and environmental issues, and I hope to share those experiences today with all of you. I graduated from Udayana University in Bali, majoring international relations, and I continued my education in the Netherlands, Master of Arts in International Relations as well. Why I mention that? Because things that I'm passionate about are actually related to international relations issue and things with local context from my background in Bali. Next slide. We will take a look at 3 key points in this presentation. The first one is on inspiring community participation. The second one is about engaging your community. And the last one, I would love to share some of my personal YSEALI experience as I begin by showing you my photo back in 2017. What's the first one? Inspiring community participation. Since we're talking about inspiring community participation, we should highlight one keyword: inspiration. This is where I would like to hear from your perspective. What is your source of inspiration? It could be people, it could be arts, books, movies, or any other sources of inspiration. Who would like to share? What is your source of inspiration? What inspires you? What makes you wonder about things that you are dreaming, things that you want to achieve? And what is your source of inspiration? Anyone from this side, perhaps? Okay, please. We actually have the microphone, and you can please introduce yourself briefly and then share with us your source of inspiration.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Siska, and for me, inspiration for joining a community, so I can make better environment around me. When I have better environment, so I can live better also.
So your inspiration comes from the community, environment, circle,
Yes.
things that are closely related to you.
Yes,
Is
that's
that
right.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Applause for her. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyone else would like to share? Okay. Some hands. Nice. Good start. It shows that you are actually paying attention and would like to contribute. From this start first, and then we'll go back to those 2 gentlemen at that side.
Hello everyone, thank you Kamia. I've met you already in ASEAN Climate Forum, so it's nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you again.
Thank you Kak. So hello everyone, I'm Carlene, I'm 21 years old, so my biggest source of inspiration is refugees. I think they are one of the most underrated society in Indonesia, in the world. I think they are very undeserved. And when I met them, it gives me a lot of inspirations for my thesis, for my future. And the reason why I want to involve more in community is that I want to make better environment for them. I want to make them to be part of our society as normal people. And that's why I also joined YSEALI, is to learn how to make better environment for them, to organize volunteers for them, to include refugees as part of our lives.
Thank you. Finding inspiration from refugee. Applause for her as well. Thank you for sharing. I wrote some examples, people, arts, places, books, very general. But here we can actually learn from someone who got the inspiration from refugee and doing your thesis, as you mentioned. So your academic discussion relates to refugee, and then share with us that, and that also inspiration for your YSEALI Learns process. Thank you so much. Those two. On this side, let's hear from your perspective. What's your source of inspiration?
Thank you, everyone. My name is M. Fikri Haikal, and I come from Malang, Brawijaya University. And if I could pick one, the biggest things that as a source of my inspiration is the event that I followed back then in 2023. That is a YARSTRA, a research program by UNESCO and Tanoto student. And I do a research in a rural area, Kampung Pemulung, we just call it so. And I found something like different with my life because I found the child with no background of education and a bad quality of health, and I just like, okay, the world isn't about a good thing, and we managed to do the research and then find some a few aspects of why that even just like happened in that Kampung Pemulung, and then we presented in Jakarta, and I feel so. I never feel as happy as that time. And okay, maybe I could just like repeating that moment in my future. So that's my source inspiration. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Did you come to Jakarta from Malang for
Uh,
this event, or do you have other arrangement?
Actually, I'm interning in Tangerang.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Nice to have someone from Malang joining us, and good luck for your internship. And thank you for sharing that research experience. That shows how we can get inspiration from something that we're doing, our real interaction with the community. That's really important because in my capacity as a lecturer, I also have to organize research. So I know how to really get data, how to translate those data into our community, how to interact with them as well. Thank you so much. What about you?
Yeah.
Last one for this part, but we still have other discussion later.
Yeah,
Please.
thank you. My name is Lê Minh Dong. I'm from Vietnam. Yeah, I'm from Vietnam. I'm very glad to be here. So I would like to share. I would like to share my source of inspiration is growing up. I think when we study, we will recognize we need to study more. And we will recognize we must study forever. So, in my opinion, my source of inspiration is growing up. Yeah.
Your source of inspiration is when you are growing up and
Yeah.
you study and you
Yeah.
get all the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you come from Vietnam for this event?
Um,
Special for this event, or did you work here?
Actually, it's a combination. I also have a business trip in Bandung, and also
Okay.
I would like to participate with job orientation, and also participate with a friend from Jakarta.
Let's say welcome to Indonesia. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Ya, terima kasih.
Oh, nice. Terima kasih kembali. Thank you. It's nice to have other perspectives. It's nice to get people from different background here. As you mentioned, different way of learning, different way of inspirationals, things that has been connected to yourself, things that you are actually passionate about, things that can cause or can inspire you to do something. Research, community engagement, refugee, your own circle and environment near yourself. Those kind of inspiration, I think, is very important, especially when we're talking about inspiring local community. We have to acknowledge our source of inspiration first before we can actually ask the community to join our cause, to join our projects, or to join our event. Let's take a look at the next one. From inspiration, we're moving to the next part, which is action. How then we can translate our inspiration into action? How can we approach local people and local community to join us, to support our projects or to support our ideas. Those are very important. And for our online participants, if you have any thoughts, if you have any insights you would like to share, especially related to your source of inspiration, feel free to type it on a chat box on Zoom meeting. Later, I will read your comments on a chat box. So for our online participants, feel free to keep on your engagement through Zoom chat box. Thank you so much. Knowing your community and its needs. Every community has its own characteristic. Is that correct? Yes. Our community might be different than community of other people. The needs, characteristics, type of people, challenges, problems, and potential might be different. We can perhaps find some similarity, but differences will always be there. So knowing your community and knowing the needs of your community, as well as the potential and problems in your community, will be something valuable in order to inspire local people to join or to participate in any events or projects that we have. The second one, I would like to emphasize on global perspective and local context. What does it mean? We have this global conversation of lots of issues, global conversations of potentials, things that we are aware of as young generation. But remember to put local context on those global issues. When we're talking about climate crisis, for instance, somebody brought that up yesterday. When we were talking about mental health, when we're talking about gender equality, what is the local context in those big international issues that you can address in your own community? I think to connect global perspective with local context is very valuable for all of us in order to start inspiring our community. So global perspectives and local context. Communicate with your community members. We will delve into that later when we talk about stakeholder engagement. Find the right approach. And the last one, this keyword we've talked about yesterday. Somebody mentioned collaboration. I believe it's you. So collaboration is something that is very crucial. How we can inspire our community, how we can collaborate with different people, different groups, different individuals by having the spirit of collaboration. Let me share my insight from my own perspective. I'm from Bali. Can anyone name these two photos that I'm showing right now? Photo on the top and the one at the bottom. The first one. Tanah Lot. Who's been to Tanah Lot? Okay, almost everyone in this side's been to Tanah Lot. Some of you here. Okay, nice. What's the second photo? Garuda Wisnu Kencana. Who wants to go to Garuda Wisnu Kencana? Again, probably. Some of you, thank you so much. So let's relate the local context in Bali, which might be different than your own local context. So later during the breakout session, I would like to ask you to address potentials and problems in your local community that you think you can contribute something in the context of obviously inspiring local community. Finding the potentials and problems in your local community. Just like any other things, we have potentials and we have problems or challenges. But how to identify those potentials and how to identify those challenges? In the context of global approach, for instance, we have what we call as the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, with 17 goals. Let's connect that with local context in Bali, with Balinese people. How do we translate those SDGs? We can see from one example of local wisdom or local value that I took as an example today, what we call as Trihita Karana. It's a local value from Bali, which basically means 3 causes of harmony or well-being. The first one, we have what we call as parahyangan, which means harmony with God. Because we have our religion, we have our tradition and customs, we believe that it's important to have this harmony. The second one is harmony among people. Collaboration, the key concept that we learn together. How we can collaborate with people. How we get along with other people. How can we help other people? That's the second concept we call pawongan. And the third one is a concept we call palemahan. It is harmony with environment, harmony with nature. This is a local context as an example from Bali. What about in your respective community? I'm sure you have your best practice, you have your tradition, you might have your gathering, you have your discussion in your community that can be a source of inspiration. And we will talk about that later during the breakout activity. Next slide. From my YSEALI experience, what did I learn in regards to inspiring community participation? This is again my photo during YSEALI time in 2017. Because I was part of the civic engagement cohort, we learned that community involvement is absolutely crucial. Things that has been discussed at that time is that community consists of people from different backgrounds. Even all of us in this room today, we come from different backgrounds, even from different countries. But that's okay. Different background might lead to different point of views. Having different point of views should enrich our conversation, should actually make us being an open-minded person, should create something new, should create mutual understanding and build respect. So even though when we are trying to inspire our community, even though there will be lots of point of views, not everyone will always agree with us, right? Some people will have different opinion, some people will debate our ideas, but that's okay. That's part of engaging with community, that's part of inspiring local community. That's what I learned from my YSEALI experience. Building respect and mutual understanding. YSEALI in 2017 consists of people from different countries. I get to interact with them, I get to learn to get respect and to create this sense of mutual understanding, despite the differences in the background, despite differences in point of views. Okay, another question for all of you to share your ideas or opinion. Involve community participation and why? Some people argue with social media platforms, it's actually easier. We can create campaign, we can invite everyone, people will get to know more information, people will get inspired, they will involve in our projects or events. But some others argue that having social media platforms sort of creating distance for in-person interaction. People tend to stay in your room and send some comments on social media, but not actually being involved in community engagement or community participation in person. What do you think? There's no right or wrong answer here. Just want to know your perspective and your thought. Okay, someone's here raising her hand. Over here as well. Can we have the microphone? Could you please also introduce yourself briefly?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I'm Sacha Mekarisa from Jakarta. Actually, I'm from community that's named Institut Hijau Indonesia or Indonesian Green Institute. So for me, I joined the community because from the social media that we have some inspiration like environmental justice. From that community, we have some like Miss Mia said that community engagement and education for to gather our voices that what we want to do in 2050, like the election, and we get the perspective from Indonesian around 5,000 people that around 38 province, and we collect that into a book, then we provide it to the KPU Indonesia, like General Election Commission. And I think from the social media platform, it could be the education and make the people to work and to move as a movement and to gather the one mission and vision. And I think that's all. Thank
So
you.
it's easier than
Yes,
with
it's really
social
easier.
media.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. Over here, another perspective.
Check. Hello everyone. My name is Nisa.
Nisa.
Actually, I do agree with easier to do social media to engage community, to involve community. But I just want to share my thought about the difficulties of them. FYI, my basic are in social media as well, and maybe like the latest global problems. As we know, the Palestinian people, like we share in our social media, right? But some of the art worker, like they didn't agree with this social media platform that we share, like we using AI. That's why I said the difficulties to involve the community, because the art worker in Indonesia is really big. They have a big community, right? And some of them really hate that we share the AI for make the campaign for Palestinian. So maybe I just want to share that we should aware of it. We should aware of the art worker as well. Not we share like we aware of them as well. We are part of us, right? That's all.
Thank you so much for sharing. Social media platforms make it easier. However, we also need to consider the use of artificial intelligence with all the challenges, as well as the art workers, the artists who are actually very passionate. But now, since we have artificial intelligence, that could be challenging for them. Thank you so much for sharing that perspective. Those online participants, I would like to invite you as well to share your perspective on a chat box so we can read it later. What do you think? Do social media platforms make it easier or more difficult to involve community participation, and why? Would you like to say something or to share your thoughts on this? Yes, please.
Hello, Mia. My name is Ade. Actually, I'm from Medan. So yeah, from Medan, North Sumatra. So I'm from Indonesia Melek Media Community. So as for this social media platform helps us a lot, since we use it to make a campaign, like include the youth from the Indonesia together in North Sumatra. So it helps us a lot, just like that.
Thank you. Gathering youth on social media platforms, therefore, make it easier to involve them.
To interact with all of them and make them join us in North Sumatra.
What's your campaign anyway? Is there any specific campaign you would like to share?
Literacy media awareness.
Media literacy.
Media literacy.
Very important topic. Okay, thank you. So the three of you agree actually that social media platforms make it easier to involve community, to engage more. Maybe some of you think that it's more difficult. Maybe the online participants, please type your thoughts and opinion on the chat box. All right. So this is what I want everybody to talk more and discuss further on our first discussion later during the breakout session. You can take a photo of this slide. We will talk about potentials. What are the potentials or assets in your community that can be developed? What are the challenges or problems in your community, as well as the inspiration? Share an example of local value, tradition, or best practices in your community that can be a source of inspiration. All right, now we will have a short break for 10 minutes actually, and up next we will talk about engaging your community. Enjoy the break. Please return in 10 minutes. Thank you so much. While having the break, actually, I would like to invite Gaby to have a conversation on some of our YSEALI experience and probably other things that might be interesting for us to talk about during this short break.
Hi, hello everyone who's joining online. So while the participants here, the one who's joined in person is currently on a break, we want to discuss a bit about our YSEALI experience in the meantime. So for the next 10 minutes, me and Mia, and also I would like to welcome Ima Suganda from US Mission to ASEAN to join us on the stage and talk a bit about YSEALI opportunities. So let's start to have a seat. So maybe one more seat for Ima as well. Oh yeah, while waiting for that, maybe a bit with Ima. Hi Ima.
Hi everyone. Hi online Zoom participants.
Yay, thank you so much Ima for joining us on the stage.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
So, Ima, YSEALI Learns is part of YSEALI program, right? But maybe those who are joining online or our participants here don't know yet, like what is YSEALI in general, when it started, and what can they do to be part of the network. So maybe you can share a bit about that, because I
Sure.
believe many want to learn about it.
Absolutely. So, hi everyone. My name is Ima, as Gabby mentioned. I work for the U.S. Mission to ASEAN. So, I'm the YSEALI coordinator at U.S. ASEAN. Before I talk about YSEALI in general, can I just ask everyone here who is familiar with YSEALI? Who knows YSEALI already? Oh, not a lot. Oh, quite a lot. Okay. Who is a YSEALI alumni? Okay, just a few. We have a few. And Gabby also is an alumni. Okay, so YSEALI is the Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative. It started in 2013 by President Barack Obama. So he started this program to get young leaders in Southeast Asia to build young leaders through different programs. So one of the programs under YSEALI is called YSEALI Regional Workshop. So if you know YSEALI Regional Workshop, it's a workshop that's held in an ASEAN country. So if you see in our social media, we have a lot of opportunities where we invite people to apply for a regional workshop. So they will come to another country in Southeast Asia, and it will be like around 3, 4, 5 days of a leadership training on different topics. So it's all from education, from civic engagement, social entrepreneurship, environmental issues. So if you are working in any of those areas, and if you're interested, please do apply for the regional workshop, because it's a lot of fun. You get to meet other people from Vietnam, from Myanmar, from Malaysia, from other countries. And again, all these programs, Gab, are free of charge.
Oh, wow. Not oh wow, I mean like
Wow.
oh wow from the audience, but I know I'm part of it.
So, I mean, you know it is so awesome. So please do check it out on our social media. So another program under YSEALI is the exchange program to the United States. So there's 2 programs under the exchange program. So the academic fellowship, which Gabby was an alumni of.
Also Mia.
Of academic fellow. Okay, so then you will be placed basically in a U.S. university for about 5 weeks. So you will get to know the culture there, also the system, and also again, based on your work and your background, they will match it with the university. So you'll get to learn how it is living in a U.S. university and get to know people there and the culture. So it's really great. And then that's the one for 18 to 25. and then you have the professional fellows. So if you're older than 25, there is also a program for you, which is called the YSEALI Professional Fellows Program. Okay, so that's for 25 until 35. So this one's a bit more technical because they will look at your work and your background, and they will create the program accordingly. So they will match you with a mentor in a US organization. So for example, if you're working in economics, then you'll probably work in, I don't know, like a firm there that is related to like economics there. So it's very, very cool. And again, it's all free of charge. It's fully funded by the US State Department. So Gab, you know YSEALI Learns, this is also a great program that we've been working on together. So with YSEALI Learns, unfortunately, you don't become a YSEALI alumni yet, but it's okay. This is a stepping stone.
Many
right?
of our participants actually eventually becoming a YSEALI alumni because
Yes.
after this, you get the opportunity to network, learn to speak a more fluent
Correct.
English, and then you apply for
Yes.
YSEALI programs, eventually get accepted and be part of the alumni network.
Yes, and actually our YSEALI Seeds, so that's another program. It's a small grants funding. So if you have a project that is a community-based project and you want to receive funding, you can apply for the YSEALI Seeds for the Future program, where we will give funding for about up to $15,000 for your project. Easy, just like that. So if you have a great idea, you're helping the community, please apply for that. That will be probably open towards the end of this year. And actually, our YSEALI Seeds grantee, Gab, this year, one of them also was a YSEALI Learns participant. Yeah. So they really do, like you said, it is a stepping stone. So after you join YSEALI Learns, you can put it in your, like experience, when you're in your application, and then you can apply for other YSEALI programs.
Yes, it does speaks volumes. So you get like upper hand cut when you apply for the YSEALI program when you are graduated from this program.
Correct. And again, if you have tried to apply it once, if you don't get it, then just keep applying because you never know. Another program is under the YSEALI program. It's called YSEALI Academy. Where are you from? From Vietnam? An. Okay, so there's one. It's in Ho Chi Minh City. So the YSEALI program there, YSEALI Academy, is at the Fulbright University of Vietnam. So that one is a week-long seminar. So it's more of an academic seminar. So if you're interested in applying, we will open up one soon this year on entrepreneurship soon. So take a look at at the YSEALI social media. So if you haven't registered as a YSEALI member, please register at yseali.state.gov. Okay, so you'll get all the information from YSEALI from there.
Thank you so much, Ima. That's really helpful. I believe everyone now, be it the one here or member of the public, can learn more now about YSEALI. Maybe one more thing from my end is, can you share when you are part of the YSEALI Alumni Network? What is the other opportunities that you might able to get if you are part of that, aside from actually, of course, coming to other countries in Southeast Asia or to the United States is already super awesome experience. But I know there is something more. So can you please share?
As a YSEALI alumni?
Yes.
Well, a lot of the... oh, yes, correct. Oh, good one. Okay, so also the big event, actually Gabby was part of this one, is called the YSEALI Summit. So every year we have the YSEALI Summit, and Mia was also there. So we follow the ASEAN chairman year. So do you guys know who is the ASEAN chair this year? Laos, correct. Yes, so Laos. So this year, the YSEALI Summit will be in Laos in December. So that is the time when we invite YSEALI alumni to apply to join the YSEALI Summit. And they will come to Laos for like gathering again and learning again about leadership and also coming together to come up with different projects also, so, which is a lot of fun because you'll meet YSEALI alumni from other countries. So last year was Indonesia was the ASEAN chair, so that's why the YSEALI Summit was in Bali, which was so cool, right, Gab?
Yes, excited. And that's where I met Mia actually and finally secure her to be the speaker of this one.
Yeah, and it's
a good
amazing.
network.
Yeah, so again, if you're part of YSEALI, it's actually also about the network because you meet a lot of great YSEALI alumni who are really in the high level position in their work, and just they're doing great things for the community. So I think that's another great thing about being part of YSEALI is the network that you're going to be part of. And not just in Indonesia, but again, like you see your friends online here, they're from everywhere else, so you get to meet other participants who are working on the same cause as you. So it's so great to expand that network. Right, Gab? And you're
Yes,
partner
so
now
much.
from Malaysia.
Yes,
and
I mean, I've
everywhere.
been working with people all across the region and meet a lot of experts from different countries, different expertise as well. So it's really something. I was part of this back in 2017, and look at me now, like 8 years in the making, almost 8 years. I'm still part of this network. So it's really does something to your professional journey.
And if you want to ask questions about, how to make your own organization, if you're interested in community, also talk to Gabby because she has her own organization. Have you told them?
No, not yet, but
Maybe
we're
share a little bit.
running out of time, but I'm happy.
Okay, yes.
I'm happy to chat more with all participants here, also those who join online. But thank you so much,
Thank you,
Ima, for
guys.
joining
Thank
us on the
you.
stage. Let's give her
Thank
applause.
you.
And the short break is done now. I'm going to give back the floor to our facilitator, Mia, to continue the session. Thank you.
Please give applause for Ima and also Gaby. Thank you so much for sharing. People are so excited. I think nobody actually took the break because they paid attention because the topic was very interesting about YSEALI. Thank you so much for all of you for being here and for online participants as well. Thank you. We actually can see some of the online participants on my left side. So thank you for keeping your camera on, everyone on Zoom, because we actually can see you. I can see Akbar from Indonesia waving his hand. Hi, and everyone else on camera. Thank you so much for being so excited to our online participants and those participants who can join us in person today. All right, let's continue with the next part of my presentation on engaging your community. And after this presentation, we'll have the discussion in breakout room session. I believe you have your color code, sort of, yes? Later, you will join people with the same color tag, and you will have discussion and you will have to share your opinion on some of the key questions that I posted on the slide. Let's continue then with engaging your community. How to practice community engagement? You can start by involving community members in your ideas or project, and how to do that. Community engagement actually can take many forms, and that can include individuals, it can include organizations, institutions, agencies, things, people, ideas, project, anything that can make you engage with the community. Even when you engage with an individual, that can also give influence in a longer term in a context of engaging with your community. I'm sure all of you who come here and those online participants, you have engaged in your community one way or another, right? I'm sure you have your experience. And to start this next session, the second session, I would like to start by hearing from you again on your best experience in engaging with a partner for a project or an event. As Gaby mentioned earlier, we met during YSEALI Summit last year in Bali. We met, we had a nice conversation, and we stay connected. That's part of the YSEALI network. I can say that's one of my best experiences, meeting a person, an individual who can help me for a project, for an event, or for an idea. What about you? Please share your experience in participating in any projects or event that involve other partners. Who's the partner? Is that an individual? Is that an organization? Is that an agency? Or any type of NGO perhaps? And what do you get from interacting with that partner? From your experience earlier about the research project, you interact with local community then, in a village, a specific village. That's an example. What about the others, especially those who haven't had the opportunity to speak in the first session? Would anyone like to share their experience? Yes.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Kamia, and hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Helen Abigail. I'm from SD Amuda. It's like a community consists of young professionals from Director General of Water Resources, Indonesia Ministry of Public Works and Public Housing. I'm going to start from World Water Forum last month. We have an opportunity to have a Indonesian Wave. It's like a collaborative program with an NGO from Netherlands and then from the Dutch embassy itself, and of course with some companies from China and then other countries. Probably I would like to bring back the previous question. Media, like social media and technology, bring us to communicate and then bridge us perfectly to manage the event. We had an education workshop in SDN 01 Tanjung Benoa in Bali during World Water Forum last month, and hence we have more programs, and probably here some of you would like to know more about the Indonesian Wave, the collaborative program. We still have some opportunities for local communities and then from companies, of course, to collaborate with us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Indonesian Wave, World Water Forum, and you're still open for collaboration with some participants here. Maybe after this you can talk more and discuss about that. Thank you so much for sharing. What about you?
Okay, thank you, Kamia, and hello, everybody. My name is Christy Abigail also, and you can call me Anggi. I'm a medical practitioner. I'm a physician, and my best experience engaging with a partner, actually, I want to share about an amazing partner that I have among the community of Suku Anak Dalam. It is an indigenous people of Indonesia inside the rainforest of Jambi. And they are the best partner that I have ever worked with because they have their local wisdom. Actually, I'm working 2 years with them, live together with them. I came as a doctor and think that I know everything about health. But when I came and see that they have the burden of, I'm suspicious about tuberculosis burden, but they have never get the access to go to the health facility because of the stigma, because of the poor access and everything. But then when I try to convince the community, please go to the hospital, we can do the x-ray, we can do a checkup and everything, but because I'm the outsider, there is no trust. Yeah. But when I sit together with a mother that have this 3-year-old son that for more than 2 years has got a cough and also difficulty of breathing, and she said that maybe I want to go with you. And that's also a long journey because it takes almost 2 months to convince her and her family. But after that, when she came to the hospital and then get the medication, and then she saw the improvement, she became the changer itself. She go around her community and check for the lymph nodes, the thing that I've done for her son, and then say that you should go to the doctors, see that girl there, and then get your son and get your family to get checkup. So from these women, we can do a screening for 6 other community around there, and it is the biggest tuberculosis screening that have ever happened among these indigenous people. And I see that that is the best experience when we can engage and get the trust from the local community, from the champion, from the community itself, because they are the solution for their problem.
Thank you. What a story. What an incredible story. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. How you can build trust, and that takes time as well. You don't like easily get the approval maybe from the local community, but I can see your effort in trying to convince them, and how you try to build this kind of communication with the local champion, local people, and then building trust starting from there, and then it actually expanded to other members of the community. Thank you so much. Once again, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. As I mentioned earlier at the beginning, that our online participants can also participate by sending their thoughts, ideas, and comments on the chat box. So I'm going to take a look on lots of chats, actually, more than hundreds of chats on the chat box. Let's take a look from the one sent by participants from Cambodia. Gay Chang Chea mentioned, I pitched the idea to the companies who have the same value and missions as our project to get the funding, while I got the support from our government's focal person. So having a partner from government officials, as well as trying to engage with companies, private sectors, and businesses can also be part of trying to engage with the community. Thank you so much from Cambodia. Thank you for joining us online, and thank you so much for sending your thought on the chat box. I'm now reading a comment from Aisha from Indonesia. I think this is a response for a conversation between Gaby and Ima earlier. I failed until my 4th application in YSEALI Academic Fellowship since I was undergrad till I finished my master program. But I will never give up to be part of YSEALI alumni, because I'm sure I will learn a lot through this program. Shout out to you, Aisyah Alma Asmiranti. Wow. Never give up. And I like that the way you try to really convince yourself because of your spirit to learn something through YSEALI program. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Another one is regarding the previous question about online engagement and social media, whether it makes it easier or more difficult. Nini Tun from Myanmar, thank you for sharing your ideas on the chat box. Online engagement is good, but in some places that cannot access internet connection, in-person engagement is needed. So I would like to suggest and promote in both methods. That's correct, because digital divides is also a problem that we are facing, that not everyone has the same quality of internet connections, devices that are sufficient for us to have online interaction. So having online platforms to help supporting our campaign and our projects, as well as in-person engagement, are both important. Thank you so much, Nyinitun from Myanmar, for sharing your thoughts. Again, everyone from online participants are welcome to keep on engaging in our session by sending your thoughts on the chat box. Anyone from this side would like to share your best experience in engaging with a partner for a project or an event? Yes, please.
Hello everyone, my name Anissa. We have the same name in here, or you can call me Nisa. I'm from Ramu. Yeah,
Two Nisa.
3.
3.
Yes.
Okay.
I built ramurachki.id with my friends. So basically, it was a startup for kombucha beverages, and we have one partner from Ranuve and 40 junior high school at Bendungan Hill near here. So basically, it was like STEM educations on school, because currently we have curriculum Merdeka, but not a lot of teachers have experiences in STEM. So in our community, we learn about how to doing a fermentations product and doing some research for beverages, because we know that every student likes to consume sugary beverages. It can take a lot of damage in their body. So from our community, we learn how the kids wants to drink a healthier beverages. So it's a wonderful experience because I throw back into into my own junior high school previous about 10 years old ago, and we have so much kids that can we do explore in here. So that's all for my community.
Thank you so much for sharing. So your effort in providing healthier beverages, options that actually related to our health now, and those are problems that we often see on social media, right? So on how we consume like too much sugar on a daily basis, and you try to provide solution on that very real problem that we face in our society. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm sure all of you have your own experience. Let's take a look at the next part of the discussion. Talking about engaging with your community, we also will talk about an important element of community engagement, which is the concept of empowerment. Empowerment, on the website that I'm sure you have access, the lesson that you can download, the PDF guide, I took a very important note here on 3 levels of empowerment. That the first one, we empower individuals. Then move to the next level, which is organization or group. And the third level, community. What I would like to emphasize today is empowerment at one level can influence empowerment at the other levels. So whatever is your projects or ideas, even if you empower one individual, it can also bring impact to other levels. For this context, in this room, each individual will have their own key takeaways from this program, and then you feel empowered, and then you can spread the message, or you can improve yourself, or you can join other programs. Therefore, the statement that empowerment at one level can influence empowerment at the other levels can actually be realized. Even you have small idea, even when you have small projects, but as long as it empower an individual, and then we move to empowering organization or group, and then community in a broader level or broader scope, then we are actually doing something in the context of engaging with our community. This is related to the material that we have discussed yesterday on volunteering, on campaign, and empowerment. You are doing your part or role as a volunteer. You are trying to create a campaign to raise awareness about social issues, and you are trying to empower yourself. You're trying to empower other individual. You're trying to empower your group or organization, and then you try to empower your community. So empowerment is a very crucial part of community engagement. Let me share some lesson learned that I got from this idea of empowerment through education. When I was a student at Udayana University, I majored in international relations, and up until 4th semester, if I'm not mistaken, I did not have any opportunity for international exposure. At that time, I thought, well, I'm an international relations student, yet I do not have experience on international relations. I've never been abroad. I do not really understand about international relations issues because I don't have the practical skills. I don't have the opportunities. But then I thought, do I want to be stuck here, or do I want to empower myself and try to find the opportunities? I decided at that time to go find scholarships and exchange program back in 2015 on Facebook. We used Facebook at that time, you laugh. It's a long time ago. Facebook is a social media platform that we used at that time in 2015 for me to find scholarship. And I got one particular exchange program called SHIP for Southeast Asian and Japanese Youth Program, or SEAP, where I got accepted, and it was my first time going abroad. I met lots of inspiring young leaders from ASEAN and from Japan. At that time, I felt empowered. And I promised myself I will keep doing this. I will keep looking for opportunities, even though I failed, like somebody from online participants earlier mentioned, failure is normal. Okay, we all experience failure in one part of our life or the other, but the most important thing is to keep going, to keep looking for opportunities that we think will improve ourselves professionally and also personally. I believe in learning beyond the classroom. So I always tell my students to learn beyond the classroom, to try to find opportunities that will connect it to this idea of empowerment. You empower yourself, you empower other individual, you empower your group, and then empower the community. Next slide, we're going to talk about involving multiple stakeholders. And in this context, I would like to hear from you again, from our in-person participants and from our online participants. In community engagement, other than the concept of empowerment, we also will take a look on how to involve multiple stakeholders. And I would love to share my best practice as an YSEALI alumna to try to bring YSEALI network to the place where I'm working now at the university. Who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders are those who might be interested in our projects, who might want to support our project, who might be affected with our projects or ideas, who might have any sort of engagements with the projects or ideas or our events. Who are the stakeholders? One project can have different stakeholders with other projects, right? For instance, your research in that particular village can have different approach and different angle with other projects. Your story as a doctor earlier can also involve different stakeholders with other projects that other people in this room or online participants might have. Let's identify stakeholders that might be interested in engaging with your ideas or with your projects. Stakeholders can be individual, can be organization, local leaders, government officials, academics, media partner, private sectors or businesses, as mentioned by online participants earlier, trying to get in touch with companies to support their cause, public in general, or others that I haven't mentioned here. So anyone, individuals, or organization that might be related or connected to your projects, you can try to engage with them. The next question that I would like everyone to think of, what do you want to achieve from a collaboration with stakeholders? Do you want funding, publication, academic recommendation, audience or participants, or others? This question can also be answered by our online participants through Zoom chat box. Please write your answer. You can also elaborate a little bit with the cause or the questions, or maybe some ideas that you would like to explore on what do you want to achieve from a collaboration with stakeholders. Do you want government officials to help you in terms of funding, for instance? Do you want a publication in media? Do you want academic recommendation by involving universities? Do you want to have audience, crowd, participants, or any other things that you would like to achieve by having collaboration with stakeholders? Let me take a look at our online participants and Zoom. Okay. Some people mentioned their experience already about Japan-Cambodia exchange program, ideas for Indonesia teenager, can also focus in character education. Somebody from Timor-Leste mentioned that the important part of collaboration with stakeholder is to get academic recommendation. What about you here? Those who wants to get funding by having collaboration with stakeholders, please clap twice. Okay, I can see some people try to get funding from this collaboration. Those who wants to get publication in terms of media engagement or any type of publication by having collaboration with stakeholders, please clap twice. Okay, lots of you would like to have this sort of publication in media. Those who would like to get academic recommendation by having a collaboration with stakeholders, please clap twice. Some of you and some people from Zoom answered academic recommendation. What about those who would like to get audience, participants, crowd? Please clap twice. You want to get participants. You want people to come. You want people to attend. You want people to engage with your project or programs. The last one is the others. Anyone would like to share something that they want to achieve by having collaboration with stakeholders that might not be listed on my presentation? Yes, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tessa. I'm part of a community engagement team in my organization in Center for Indonesia Strategic Development Initiatives, or in short, CSD. So it's an NGO working on a public health sector. And if I read the question, what do you want to achieve from a collaboration with stakeholders, I can go back to 2021, where we actually gathering support from the provincial government of West Java, so that we can continue our program, like sustain our program. So that's what happened in 2021. We created a program of strengthening and empowering the healthcare workers in Puskesmas in West Java area. And then turns out that when we engage with the stakeholder, with the West Java provincial government, they are engaged with it, they like it, and then they decided to adopt it, and they run it by themselves up until 2023. So the answer will be to have a sustainable program. Yeah.
Sustainability of the program.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's also an important part, because if you want your project to be sustained, if you want to have further collaboration in the future, having that aspect of maintaining the relationship, maintaining the engagement with stakeholder is also very important. Thank you so much for adding that. Okay, we will talk about stakeholder collaboration later on your breakout room and breakout activities. Another important part I would like to share is regarding networks. This is also a photo from my YSEALI academic fellowship in 2017. You can see I got really nice experience. We were all smiling at a time after a tight schedule, but we had fun anyway. So what I want to emphasize is the importance of network in community engagement. It's important to take a look at networking opportunities, not just the formal one by sending letters, sending invitation, but also informal networking opportunities through friends, to networking events like what you are doing now, or to other things that you might not think before, but that actually can be part of networking opportunities. So having a networking opportunities, embracing opportunities, and respect everyone in the networking process is also very important. We can talk about this later during breakout session. This is another question I would like to pose, and I would like to hear from you. Networking, engaging with the community, and having fun as young people. Can we do that all at once? Yes? Can we? Can we still have fun? Yes. How? Anyone would like to share? How can we have built our network, how can we engage with the community while still having fun, while still enjoying our time in doing that. Anyone would like to share their opinion? Yes.
Hello, my name is Vivi. I think to answer that question, it's possible to do all at once, networking, engaging with the community, and having fun if we truly like or we truly love what we do. If we are participating in the community that we have concern about that, it's more likely we will enjoy the activity. But if we are participating in the things that we don't really like, we don't really excited about that, it's rarely to have fun in doing so.
Thank you. I agree. Let's give her a round of applause. If we do something that we truly like, we truly care about, it's from our heart, I'm sure we will all have fun while having the networking, while engaging with the community, because enjoying the moment, enjoying our time, enjoying the process, our journey is as important as making contribution itself. So don't forget to also have fun. Okay, these are some of key takeaways from my YSEALI experience on how to involve stakeholders. For instance, from my YSEALI network, I invited some officials from the Consul General in Surabaya to give a talk and lecture on campus and to interact further with my students. So I tried to give a learning opportunity for my students to interact as well with the YSEALI network that I have previously. We collaborated and we conducted this general lecture on opportunities and challenges of US-ASEAN cooperation. Another example is I tried to approach important stakeholders from the US Embassy to visit our campus in Denpasar to talk with some of our students and lecturers and collaborate together. How did I do it? Because of the YSEALI network. So that's why maintaining network, involving stakeholder is very important. If you remember the photo on the right side, that was our event. When? Yesterday, correct. So this is also part of YSEALI experience and how I can engage with stakeholders. I can engage with all of you today because of my YSEALI network, because of the conversation I had with Gaby during the YSEALI Summit in Bali. And the other one is the upcoming YSEALI regional workshop on sustainable and inclusive cultural tourism, which will be organized next August, where I will also be part of this as a MC and facilitator. And this opportunity is also possible because of the YSEALI network. This will be the second discussion, engaging your community. I would like you to identify key stakeholders that might be interested in collaborating with you in your projects. I would like also to ask you to think on the most effective way to empower an individual and share example of local youth leader, including yourself, who has the effort to support community engagement. All right, that's all my presentation. Thank you so much for listening and thank you so much for being active. Those of you who are here in person and our online participants, thank you so much for being active on Zoom chat box. Please stay connected after this. This is my Instagram, Agung Mia, and my LinkedIn is with my full name, Agung Mia Intentilia. And after this, let's have further discussion during the breakout session. So let me just share how is the mechanism for our breakout room activity. For our online participants, we would like to invite you to discuss the second part of the discussion. For our online participants, once again, please try to answer the stakeholders' involvement and community empowerment. For those of you who are here joining us in person, let's delve into the first part of the discussion where we talk about some key examples on inspiring community participations, the potentials, problems, and inspiration that we have talked about. Okay, let's define ourselves according to our color tag. We have 3 color tags, I believe. The one in white color tags, could you all please stand up? The one with white color tag, please stand up. Thank you. You can go and have discussion with your friends with the same white color tag on perhaps the right side of the stage, in my right side. Please join them and share your thoughts and opinion on this. Another one would be the one with the yellow. Is this yellow or green? Yellow, green, lime, yellow, greenish, lime. Please stand up. Yes, that's correct. Please have discussion with your friends in this group and talk over here, this side. You can also go outside to have a discussion within your group, and please return back to this room so we can hear from your perspective. And the last one, the orange one, orange slash red over here, or it is a free setting, okay? You can sit or you can just stand up, you can go outside, but please return back to this room and we will invite you again. Please discuss these key points of the discussion on potentials, problems, and inspiration. You can also take a photo of this slide because after this, we will have other conversation and we will not display the slide. Once again, you can take the photo of this slide as we will move to other discussion part. Thank you so much. Have fun with your discussion and please share with us the result of your discussion. For our online participants, thank you so much for joining us virtually. I would like to invite our online participants to talk about the second discussion points on engaging your community, stakeholders involvement, community empowerment, all of this. Please write the result of your discussion on the chat box. Thank you so much. Enjoy the discussion. And while waiting for our participants to have discussions in your group, I would like again to invite Gaby and perhaps Ima to share some information. So for the public who are still watching, they can get more information about YSEALI, YSEALI Learns. And I remember Ima earlier mentioned Gaby's organization. She can share with us more about that as well and the connection with YSEALI. Again, enjoy the discussion.
like continuity, then sustainability, and then solidarity. I've seen so many, and especially during COVID, people are like, and then like they started building this kind of project, this kind of thing, network and everything. During COVID, it was very strong, like so many webinar and then like campaign. But after COVID, like people doesn't have time again to like pay attention to the community. That's a problem. Because so many people found that organization is a great idea, but they do not really envision long-term pathway or roadmap on what they want. Actually, during the pandemic, people can, during the pandemic, I can have like 12 to 18 days with my friend talking about the project. But after COVID, we don't have time anymore because we're already tired with the in-person activities, right? So that's why we love this kind of forum, especially people. Yeah, but I cannot break again. There's no glass there. And second of all, regarding funding, for example, IO, I'm familiar with IO. You guys rejected me when I applied for one of the programs. No. Don't solve me, I think don't worry. It's just like, but I realized because it was society. Well, basically, I think what's interesting is the way IO gather the financing, they are really increasing their legitimacy and then presence, right? In so many forums, whether it's government events or like non-government events, but always they are building the portfolio of existing sponsors that you guys have the prior engagement and prior activities that are strong. And for example, like IYD, in Indonesia, you diplomacy as well, things like that, to the point where they are able to some higher modalities for me. There is no band atau UKM atau whatever student club that can convince dalam Universitas spending on the right. They also strong. My point is not about the place, but it's just like that's the example of success story in the way you build your portfolio and funding. The problem is most of the organizations like youth initiative, for instance. Okay, for you, let's say you apply your initiative to YSEALI, they might give you grants and financing, but when it comes to other entities like companies, sometimes they have a requirement that first, either it is attached to your university or second, legally registered in the national. That's the problem. Most people only like feel, okay, we are based on Instagram, but you don't have like, so that's the problem. Legitimacy in financing. And I think the last one, regarding the issue of sustainability. So continuity talks about configuration of the engagement, but sustainability is here more like wider than continuity itself, because you need to also ensure that your organization, has the necessary human capital in the future. Because right now today there are so many organizations looking for volunteers. I've seen it so many in Indonesia volunteers, whatever. I've seen so many opportunities and such, but I think youth nowadays, because of the ISMA, they are not advertised anymore to join these kinds of volunteering that doesn't make offer them except volunteering mungkin to global organizations, where sometimes when there's a global gathering, they can fully on the travel to us, for example. Itu orang masih mau, tapi kalau cuma yang certificate buat di Canva, tempel dalam PDF, kirim email, kan enggak. For me, myself, for example, MBA, I'm working for, so I don't really watch the matter of certificate. I don't really, so yeah, that's why I think in youth movement, aside from building your own movement, you need to also try to find something how to advertise people in terms of offering them. Not necessarily salary, it doesn't have to be salary, but I mean like either, because ketika your organization successfully expand your portfolio completely, contribute so many programs and everything, orang tahu kayak IYD may not pay you, or IO let's say may not pay you in terms of regular salary. are well implemented, orang datang. Bahkan kalau I want to bisa komplain atau ASEAN bisa komplain, maybe it's just apply and banyak soalnya.
Hi everyone. We can still interact with our online participants and those who are watching us, the general public who are watching us. Maybe they are wondering, what are you talking about so far? Your discussion, would anyone like to share something? Lots of points I can hear. I heard that you mentioned lots of important points. Can you please stand up and then we can greet our online participants and the public who are still watching us. The rest of you can continue with your conversation and discussion. You can share what did you share with your group?
I share a lot, I guess. It was a speech, I think. But yeah, I was, the last point that I was bringing actually is about, when your organization or when your youth initiative is substantial and concretely developed and, having greater engagement from the public, you don't need to appetize the interested youth to engage with your organization or your initiative through salary or financial measures, but maybe people will just come by themselves. For example, I mentioned several major Indonesian youth organizations like IYD, Indonesian Youth Diplomacy, and IO, ASEAN Youth Organization. I mean, because they have a strong portfolio engagement and activities, whenever they are trying to develop and open more recruitment for more greater youth human capital, people apply directly. They do not hesitate to apply because they are interested to partake in the greater process that these initiatives are developing. So that was my point. And lastly, maybe I was talking about continuity, sustainability, and also financing issues. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Are you part of IYD or AYO?
No, but I've partnered with IYD and AYO on several other occasions, but I'm not organically part within their institution. I'm working for the government. So.
Thank you so much for sharing. Please continue your discussion, and later some of you can share your result of the discussion on the stage with me, so our online participants and general public who are watching us can also hear the result of your discussion. Please continue. Okay, I have the beautiful ladies here and three gentlemen at the back. We will hear, so far you have talked about few things, right? Few points in your group. Would anyone like to share some highlights from your discussion so that our online participants and the public can know the result of your discussion so far? Would anyone like to share something? Yeah, please.
Okay, so from group Nusantara. Oh, yellow. Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just like naming it straight away. Okay. So we've talked a lot about those questions before. About the first one is potentials. So we agree on that. The potentials actually we talk about the community that we have. So the people. The people itself are the assets, so not just about the quantity, but also the quality of it. So we have to understand who are the champion of that community. So for example, someone gave an example of the NTB, Nusa Tenggara Barat, West Nusa Tenggara, is very, the people are there more, the role for women is bigger. And they can be a champions more than the men and things like that. So yeah, so we're trying to look through the people and yeah, are the assets for the community. And then the problems and challenges that we face is also the people again. The human resources, yeah, people. but also, yeah, also the problem sometimes because sometimes our communities are limited. For example, if we run by the volunteering based system, then we don't have many volunteers coming in, or it's hard for us to maintain our volunteer, for example, and so on. So those, and finding the right partners to amplify our mission and vision, and to achieve our goals are hard. So yeah, that one. And then for the inspirations itself, we talk about I think someone here talking about partnerships with the schools. So the schools actively working on the same mission with us. So that's we come getting inspiration from. But another one is I have an experience working in Papua, especially in Southwest Papua right now, called Fak Fak. So I'm not swearing, guys. So it's just the name of the place. They have a really high tolerance. Tolerance in Indonesia. So maybe if there is a research on it, maybe they got the highest rank. So yeah, so their value, the principle is tiga batu satu tungku. So if I can translate it, is a three stones in one pot. So what we can understand from that, there are so many religions, there are so many races, there are so many languages in Papua especially, but they can work in harmony. So that's inspired me to work to continue my work in Papua, and how I can approach the community there as well. So I think the inspirations can come from the culture and the peoples from where you work. Yeah. So that's all. Thank you.
Much wonderful discussion from the yellow. You've decided the color. Thank you so much. Please also share. Maybe some of you have other perspectives later on the stage with me. So some of you who haven't shared your thoughts or ideas or opinion can have the opportunity later. Thank you so much anyway. Okay. All right. We have the third group. Let me talk with them and ask for the result of their discussion so far.
We have online participants too that
okay. Okay. Yay, finally. All right. Hi, everyone in the white group. White group, okay? Thank you. You can wave to the camera. Over there. Hi. Okay, people are smiling and so excited. Obviously, would anyone like to share the result of the discussion in the white group so far? And later, I would like to ask some of you to join me on the stage to share the result of the discussion. But for now, what have you been talking about in this group? Only 1 minute. Somebody whisper to me. Just 1 minute, quickly, but later we'll have more time.
Actually, to be honest, we talk a lot, but if I have to sum what our discussion is, for the potential, actually, it's come from the locals and the youth, and for the problem, actually, it's different. There are some case that it's come from health, which is Kak Anggi, and also the entrepreneurship from Kak Willy, and also Kak Siska from education sector. And the inspiration, actually, if I can conclude I can say that it is we just have to make one person to move and engage with our initiative. Then after that, they will motivate others and inspire others. So yeah, the point is we just have to make a move one person, so they will inspire the others.
Okay, maybe that's all from White Group.
Go white team.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being very active in your group. And again, we still have time, so I would like to invite some of representatives from each groups to share the result of the discussion. When we also have online participants joining us and would like to share the result of their discussion on the breakout room. So for our online participants, as what we've had yesterday, they also have this discussion online, and we would love to hear from our online participant. All right. I can see a face of our online participants on the screen here. Hi, can you hear us from Jakarta?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, please introduce yourself and share with us the result of your discussion.
Okay, all right. So, my name is Arya Satya Bagaskara. You can call me Arya, for short. And well, the main thing about stakeholders and um, things on the first topic is actually, yeah, we can, as you said before, like, we can collaborate with any kind of stakeholders. And in my experience, I was collaborating with national corporations in Mandalika, Lombok, to institute a cultural event back then in 2023. Well, the main thing that I look and my team look to collaborate with them was for the funding and for the publication. Um, and of course, in order to get that, there were a lot of considerations, um, including the participation and what are the main benefits from the event can generate. And I think that's the first topic. And then the second one about the community empowerment, I think there are three the vital things that we have to remember about empowering a community. The first one is to find the motivation, because I personally think that it doesn't matter how perfect, how good our project are, if we cannot find the source of the motivation for the people that will join our program, then I don't think that they will enjoy joining what we are going to do. And then the second one is to understand what are or what is the core problem of an issue. Because if we want to handle or we want to overcome a problem in our community, then we have to focus on tackling the first and the main issue. Is because if you don't, we are not removing something. Yeah, we are not moving something thoroughly. And uh, the last one is I think this is the most crucial thing, that empowerment is not the same as charity. Because when when we want to empower someone, we want them to be able to be independent, to be stood for themselves, not be reliant or dependent to external parties or organizations. And and in addition to that, of course, we want them to be sustainable as much as possible. Yeah, I think that are the 3 points that we need to remember about empowerment. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's give applause to Arya. Thank you so much, Arya, for sharing the result of your discussion in your breakout room. It's really nice and wonderful to hear that those online participants actually get the opportunity and the space to have this discussion and share it with our participants on site here. Thank you so much. We would like to hear more from our online participants before I invite some of you to join me on the stage. We have other online participants. Okay, I can see you. Hi, can you hear us from at America?
Hello there.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
The audience here?
We can
Okay.
hear you. Please introduce yourself and share the result of your discussion.
Hello there. I am Filmer James Garcia Manyo. You can just call me Phil, and it's just easy because I'm Phil. I'm from the Philippines. And also just to share, about the results of our discussion because a lot of people were sharing about their experiences in terms of building connections and sharing their desired stakeholders. And summing up, I think our group really focused on two things or on two particular stakeholders. The first would be the involvement of the government or the LGU, the local government units, in implementing programs or activities. Since most of us also shared that we do lack funds in terms of doing and materializing activities, so the role of LGUs or the government is really elemental on carrying out and materializing the programs and activities that we are planning. The second stakeholder that was brought into the table was the community itself, because we are really targeting, we have to get engaged with the community that we are helping, with the benefactors that we are working with. And I think these two stakeholders are very much important when navigating the process through program implementation. And moving on to the second question, which revolves on the community empowerment. Unfortunately, I was just the only one who was able to share, and due to time limitations, I was also caught. But I will just be sharing here also the initiative that I started, that we have started. Just to give you a background, I am a doctor of dental medicine student from the Philippines, and I've been engaged in social civic activities for the past 12 years. So as early as 12 years old, I've already been volunteering as a street children teacher. So it's really somehow there's a gap, I think, when doing social work and being in the medical field, since I think those are two very much unparalleled professions. But that's what I'm trying to do now to bridge the gaps between social work and the healthcare. And so we have initiated this program called Bawat Bata May Dentista. This literally translates to Every Child Has a Dentist, wherein we do free dental services to children aging 8 to 12 years old. And those we are adapting communities that are very much deprived and are incapable of availing private dental services. And I think it's really empowering in the sense that we plan with people. We don't just do plans for people, but we are always doing making it a point that in the planning process we are engaging our benefactors, our
Okay.
stakeholders. We
Thank you.
plan for with
Thank you so much. Very interesting. Thank you for sharing the result of your discussion with us. We still have another online participants who would like to share with us today. Hi. Hello. Can you hear us?
Hello. Yes.
Yes, please share the result of your discussion.
Our group discussion is talking about the stakeholder involvement experience, and many of our friends has many experience and the event. And for me, my experience is attending to the American author John Maxwell event that happened in Cambodia at Banquet Hall. This event talk about how to be a good leadership, but not this event not only teach you about how to be a good leadership, but um, it also has many interest company owner join the event and affect their business. Many leader, manager, and many lecturer, business owner, CEO, and other professional do a communication consultation during a lunch break. And some of them talk about the collaboration, address concern, gathering each other feedback about their own business, their own problem, their own how to manage the company and their business. And some of them have a great opportunity to build a connection and engaging with each other at the event. And I'm so glad that I'm a part of participating at this event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our online participants from Cambodia, for sharing the result of your discussion. And let's give a round of applause to all our online participants. Those people who are joining us on the live streaming as well, thank you so much for being active, and thank you so much for engaging in all the discussion points that we have today. Now, I would like to invite one participant to share the stage with me and share with all of us the result of the discussion in their group. Would anyone like to join me on the stage? Just one participant? Anyone? Come on. Don't be shy. Okay, we have one representative to join me on the stage here to share with all of us what they've been discussing in the breakout activity.
Check. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we met before. I'm Nisa, and we have three Nisas here. And I would like to share what I got from my white team. Uh, we have three problems, right? We have not problems. We have three key points and potential problems and inspirations. And I would like, before we go through the discussion, the result of discussion, I would like to share. Do you guys think that privilege and time is such a most important thing? I get this one thing. To be Japanese is a good privilege. Do you agree with me? To be a Japanese, because FYI, I am from another island from this Indonesia. I'm from East Indonesia, which is South Sulawesi. If you know, guys, one of our team has shared her experiences about, maybe we heard it before, like from suku Anak Dalam, you know, right? And we shared three things in our group, such as from the local community and from the business side as well. We talk a lot. We really talk a lot with business side, and from one community based on Bogor, right, to who teach us with bahasa, like a local bahasa, like Sundanese, Javanese, and etc. And what the potential from this, like what asset from our community is communications and engaging, like what Kawili shared with us, like the time. The time is the main asset. Like he threw like a couple of years to teach. It said Toka Kelontong, right, Kak? Toka Kelontong is one of the local community. Like he and his friends built a community like Paguyuban, if you know, right? Paguyuban, to teach and follow and inviting another Toko Kelontong to join with their team as well. This is one of the assets. Time and communications. To combine that all of them. And the problems is from the business side. When we don't have money, that's the mind problems from the business side, because we didn't offer them the money. So that's why I said the mind problems from the business side is money. The last one is the inspirations. This is what I say in before, like the privilege and time is such as a big mind asset and inspirations, because we all through this from all of our discussion, from the Bahasa community, from the business side, and from the suku Anak Dalam, we have the privilege that we should give them, you know. Oh, sorry. The inspiration, it's from the local community. We focus on the local community. Like what we ask for the stakeholder as well. We need the stakeholder, the main stakeholder to help us for build our local community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for actively joining and participating in our session from yesterday with our online session and our hybrid session today with those participants joining in person and our online participants as well. Thank you so much. I can share my key takeaway from this interaction from yesterday up to today's session. What I would like to share as a closing statement from my side is to trust your journey, which means that we come from different background, with different passion, different issue that we care about, different challenges, navigating those challenges. But remember, we can always collaborate. We can always talk to our friends here. We can always talk to other participants, and we try to find solution so we can move forward and we can give real impact and contribute to our society. Thank you very much. That's the end from me. I hope we can stay in touch and stay connected. And thank you again for all your participation and all the excitement for the session. Thank you very much. I hand it back over to our e-guide.
Thank you to our wonderful speakers, moderator, and facilitator for today's wonderful event. And Sobat America, earlier in this event, we asked a question of the day regarding YSEALI. And the question was, when was the YSEALI program initially launched? Is it in 2012, 2013, 2014, or 2015? And the correct answer is B, 2013. Congrats to Kak Jeffrey Haryanto from Instagram for getting the answer correctly. And Sobat America, that marks the end of our event for today. Be sure to follow our social media pages. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or X, at AT America. And that, once again, marks the end of our event for today. My name is Aldi Rashid with the entire Ad America team saying thank you and see you at the next Ad America event. Bye, everyone.